The thing about it is when you surpass your season high at this point in our season, we lose it. It doesn't go into the average, but it does allow us to count a score that is better than we've been able to count thus far. So this will certainly help us. And then we have, another home meet, and then a meet in Tucson, Arizona. So we feel like, we certainly have the potential to do this again and better, because we only stuck one vault landing, and beam landings I thought were excellent, but we certainly have room for improvement. But it was, it's that momentum thing, and I think having what we feel like is our best bar lineup in there, and we can now get a little bit of traction and be able to practice with intention and develop the landings and the things that are really going to make this a championship team.
What's with the 10s coming in pairs? The last couple, Sarah had 2, and then it was Sarah and Maya went back to back.
You're remembering last year? I can't remember what I had for breakfast. I'm sorry. I'm sure that happened, but I don't remember. And it's so wonderful when it happens, when you've got such an enthusiastic crowd that's really wrapped up in what's going on. And the Lexie's 10 could have set Sarah up, and I think Sarah got excited, and her routine didn't go the way it usually does. But then on beam, Reagan Campbell's beam routine was absolutely beautiful. It was a perfect routine that perfectly set her up just to do what she usually does. It's good enough to get a 10. So it was that kind of exciting night, and we're just so happy to have Lexie back in our bar lineup, and we need to get her in some other events because she's a difference maker.
It felt so good to be back out there again. Taking a few days off, few weeks off was something that I needed to do for my body, just to kind of step away for a little bit, get back to where I needed to be physically. And tonight I just went out there with the mind of being free, and it just happened. Our bodies know what to do at this point. Everything's on autopilot. So I just went out there, did my job, and had the team right there beside me. And I just can't thank them enough because they've helped me through every trial I've been through.
Hey, Vicki.
Someone has a 10 and is upstage by a teammate, but I would imagine you don't mind too much.
Oh, definitely not. It was great. I didn't even need to go. But I did anyway, so.
Tell us about your
Yeah, you needed to go, because if you wouldn't have, we'd have had to count a 9-2.
Oh,
You did need to go,
I
and
did.
yeah, so
Oh, yeah, I
thank you for going.
No, Beam was awesome. Christina, she is the most amazing laid-off person. She's so solid. And when she hits, she hits. And that 9-9 in the first spot just set up the rest of the beam lineup. I mean, we had a little break in the middle of it, but, I mean, we always have that mindset, okay, if there is a break, the next person stops with you. The next person have that mindset, it stops with me. And then after that, we just kept building the momentum with Kennedy and then Reagan. Reagan's routine, honestly, should have gotten a 10.
It was that good, yeah.
Yeah. And then closing out, with that build-up and the confidence from my teammates and their previous routines, I had a lot of confidence going into my last routine.
I know in the past you've made the decision to maybe pull gymnasts from the last couple events when they don't do so well the first couple. You didn't do that tonight with Kennedy, and you let her kind of work through, and she scored pretty well the
Yeah.
last 2. I guess, was there ever any consideration to pull her? And
No.
what do you think about that?
No, because we don't have that kind of depth right now, and I'd like to be able to reach in my pocket and be able to pull out somebody that can go in, and we've had that luxury in the past, but right now what we have is the lineup that you saw. So hopefully, with a good week of a weekend of rest and another, couple of days of training, we can fix some of the little problems that we had tonight and exceed what we did tonight. I think it was the key was momentum, and the key was the enthusiasm and the excitement that the kids had themselves. They generated the energy, they created the enthusiasm, and I think it was kind of became a fan thing. They got involved, and it's so much fun when the judges reward a great performance, because that's when you can get momentum and really capture it.
Sarah and Lexie, did you guys as a team kind of talk to Kennedy after the bars routine just to kind of get her back, and how did y'all play a role in her bouncing back early in the meeting?
Individually, I don't think anyone really had to go up and specifically say, like, hey, like, you know, erase that from your mind, you still have 2 more events, because Kennedy's the type of person that she already does that. She doesn't need someone telling her, like, hey, like, you had a mulligan. Jay calls, like, Mrs. Mulligan. But we know that Kennedy's a competitor, and she had that mindset going into the last 2 events, and so honestly, like, we didn't need to say anything, because we knew that she was going to have a fire lit under her and finish strong.
She punched her own reset button.
Yeah.
Dee Sammy Durante, of course, from Georgia, had a couple of great performances.
Yeah.
Not only leading off, of course, but also a bounce back score on balance beam after a bit of a miscue. How big was she tonight?
That was huge. You know, 9-9. She stuck her landing. Her handstands were so well performed. That was great. And you know, that's somebody. You know, once again, we're dealing with somebody that's got a sprained thumb, and she's trying to hang on to that bar. So that was amazing. And you know, she didn't compete balance beam at all last year. So to step in and fill some pretty big Maya Hambrick shoes, I mean, she has stepped up and done a great job for us, shown a lot of maturity and a lot of composure. And we're really happy that sophomore class. I mean, we're using a lot of sophomores right now that we didn't use last year, and they're really getting better as we progress through the season.
Hey, Lexie, you said you're in a solid place. You needed a week or 2 off to rest your body. Dee said she wants to hopefully get you in more events. Can you just kind of share your excitement, if that's possible, and how close do you think you are to maybe doing other events as well?
Yeah, I warmed up vault today just to kind of get back out there again, feel that hard landing, get my body prepared for that again. But overall, I think for me, mentally, I'm ready to go. It's just making sure that the timing is right where I need it to be. But I trust the coaches and their choices. But hopefully I'll be ready for floor and vault here coming up soon. But it's all time, honestly.
Where do bars rank for you in terms of events that you enjoy doing?
Say it one more
Where
time.
do bars rank for you in terms of events that you enjoy doing?
First.
Oh
That's your
no,
favorite
no,
event?
no. Vault's my favorite event, then floor, and then bars. Beam's out there. But yeah, actually, I mean, I enjoy doing bars, I really do, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite event.
I saw a picture of you from Twitter where you're kind of with a lot of the other 10s from this program's history. What's it like to just kind of join a club like that?
Oh, it was amazing. Today we just took a picture, and I was just like, wow, did this really happen today? I even said after it happened, I was like, is this real life? But it did,
because
yeah.
when they get a 10, they get a picture on the wall with the accolade on it and their name, and it lives forever in our training center. So it's a very cherished score.
It was special, for sure.
Can you speak to next week, an opportunity to go against the Pac-12 here, senior night, your mindset coming into that, knowing that the SEC championship is looming out there?
Well, we have, you know, that meet, the goal meet, the senior night, which is always exciting for the seniors, and especially for this class, because they've just accomplished so much and are just incredible human beings. And to be able to put them out and showcase them on, you know, this is their meet, that's really special. But we need to get this score again. We need this level of intensity. We need all the people that didn't come because it was Mardi Gras. We need to put 12,000 people in here plus to really rattle the bones of this building and send these kids from LSU with that kind of memory. But then, you know, we have the SEC championships in New Orleans and then the regional championships here. So they'll get 2 more opportunities to compete in the PMAC after their senior night. I thought it was going to take the kids taking charge, and you know, at the early part of the season, as coaches, we felt like we were pushing and pulling. And you know, when you pull something, you turn your back to the goal, and you're not looking at the goal. You're just looking at the people you're trying to haul up the hill. So you know, when they took charge and they said, "Hey, this is going to change, and it's going to change now," and all of a sudden, we had that weekend with the two meets, and the weekend before that, I don't even know where we were, but we had a good meet. Where were we before that weekend? It was good. It was somewhere. I can't remember. Like I said, I don't know what I had for breakfast. But
yeah.
it was a great meet. And then we put two meets together the weekend, and then had a good meet at Arkansas. So we feel like we were primed and ready to do this. And you know, we didn't start this season like we've started the last 3 or 4 seasons. But it's not how you start; it's how you finish.
There hasn't been a whole lot of love lost between these two programs over the years.
Yeah.
You beat Georgia by more than a point and a half tonight. I guess just how does it feel to kind of one up them pretty good?
It feels good. It feels good for the team. It feels good for Jay and all the emotions that he had relative to that program that he gave. That's his alma mater. He gave so much to that university and to that department and to that program. And now for him to come and do such an incredible job here and make the contributions that he has to LSU, he feels like this is his now. And it's a really good feeling for all of us.
Yeah, I was.
But then Jake came there, you're like, was that it? Was that the factor?
It wasn't the complete factor, but I would say that it definitely was a big part of my decision.